Welcome to WakeTV. I'm your host, Elizabeth Harmansis. The holidays are upon us and there's a lot going on in Wake County. Stay tuned to find out what's going on in your community. One of the most important issues facing our community is the affordable housing crisis. In October, the Board of Commissioners approved an affordable housing plan to address this issue. Join us as we learn about one of our community members' journeys to find affordable housing.
A new report finds the Triangle area has the highest rent prices in the state, leaving many with limited options for affordable housing.
This is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what can happen in a county that's so extremely wealthy, where the upward mobility for many folks in here is about 8 or 9%.
It is hard to imagine being forced out of your home without anywhere to go, yet that is reality for dozens of local families who rely on affordable housing.
So that's me. Looking a little unsure of myself and driving to meet Onyx Williams for the first time, back on March 30th, 2017. Onyx was 20 years old, an aged-out foster kid, unemployed, and homeless. I first learned about Onyx's story from her participation in the Interfaith Food Shuttle's culinary job training program, and her caseworker Casey helped me get in touch with her. She seemed like a great person to talk to about the affordable housing crisis here in Wake County. After a few rounds of phone tag, which was tough since she wasn't always able to keep up with her bill, we arranged to meet at the Hope Center at Pullen.
I mean, my story, literally, like I said, I was born here in Raleigh. My mom, she did drugs. You know, I didn't really know my dad. The next day I was in foster care, so yeah, I don't know. I was at Walmart and I was homeless. I didn't have any shoes or clothes, like I barely had any clothes on or any shoes. I went in Walmart and I stole a bunch of stuff and I got arrested for it. So it's just like weird how you're homeless, you can't really ask for help. Like you seek help, but they're not giving it to you, so you do something illegal. You go to jail, and now you're deemed a criminal for the rest of your life because you did something when you were in a terrible situation. Not saying that it's okay to be a larcenist or to steal. So it's just hard being a stereotype. Like I'm a criminal in all the job size, you know, and it's just hard to get a chance to beg for a chance when you don't really want to beg anything. But I feel like I have to because of my record. And at the same time, I feel like people should give people chances, especially young people. I'm only 20. I had to learn a lot. You know, in college, every semester, I had to throw away all my stuff, everything. And I would walk back from Greensboro to Raleigh, like with one suitcase and one book bag. I did this for like 4 semesters straight. And until like A&T, they were asking me, they were like, why do you keep leaving your trash here? I told the RA one day, I was like, Tanisha, I was like, man, I'm homeless, y'all. So I have no place to go.
I've known Onyx, ever since fall of 2015, and she's a very bright and enthused young lady. What she's been through is very unique, and just her passion to be successful and her creativity and just her enthusiasm is through the roof, to be honest with you.
You know, it's just to overcome what people say that I'm gonna be. That's probably hard for me because sometimes I believe it a lot, especially if it's digged in your head your whole entire life that you ain't gonna be nothing. You know, when you on your own and stuff, you really think that.
It takes a lot of courage to walk through those doors and ask for help. A lot of them might be facing homelessness. A lot of them might be facing addiction. A lot of them might be just overwhelmed with stress or depressed or don't know how to cope. The whole stigma of asking for help in our society today is negative. Like, you don't ask for help. People out here think that you have to make it on your own, and that's not the case. And life doesn't work that way. You have to rely on a lot of people just to make it through the day.
Because I'm still gonna be homeless tonight. Even after this video, I'm still gonna be homeless. Even after we talked to them that day, it's not like it's an overnight change. There's a lot of us out here. There's a lot of us homeless kids out here in Raleigh right now. Maybe I'm just dreaming, but I just know we need help. Yeah.
After months of attempts, Onyx was housed in June of 2017. So far in 2017, at least 58 young people between the ages of 18 and 24 have experienced homelessness in Wake County. To learn more about what you can do to help, visit the website on your screen. Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most, all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen. Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2016 alone, the Happy Trails program received 4,925 trees, which were turned into more than 98 tons of mulch.
A tree is full of life. We cut it down, we use it for 6 weeks, and then we throw it, and what are we gonna do with it? Well, you can either take it to a landfill and bury it, you can throw it in a pond and make it a fish habitat, or you can bring it to us, we'll chip it, and we'll put it down and use it as trail lay, and hopefully those nutrients will grow other trees.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 28th. Big changes are coming to the South Wake Recycling and Trash Drop-Off Facility in Apex. By 2018, the renovated facility will provide residents better access to trash disposal and recycling options in the area. A new layout will also help traffic flow easily through the site. During the transition, please pay attention to all signs at the facility as traffic patterns and drop-off locations will shift several times during construction. For more information, visit wakegov.com/recycling. That's wakegov.com/recycling.
Another big letter issue facing our community is the opioid crisis. As part of our efforts to prevent drugs of any kind from falling into the wrong hands, Wake County Human Services partnered with the Wake County Sheriff's Office to host Operation Medicine Drop in November. Here's our intern Kate with the story.
Hello, we're at Sunnybrook, the home of Wake County Human Services, talking with Sonia Reed about the Operation Medicine Drop event today. Could we start by you telling us about the event, what you hope it accomplishes?
Well, we're excited about today's event. Today's event is a partnership between Wake County Human Services and our Wake County Sheriff's Office. The purpose of the event is to allow the community to bring in their unused, expired, or unexpired medications, both prescription as well as over-the-counter.
How many people are you expecting at this event, and how much medicine do you predict will be dropped off?
It's a little hard to tell how many to expect, but this is our 3rd year of doing this, and each year we seem to collect even more pills. It's probably based on all of the visibility from the media and the community about how to properly dispose. So we've been promoting this in the community, extending it to different segments of the community for the end user. So we're wanting community residents to bring in their prescriptions. Last year we collected a good amount of pills, both controlled substances as well as non-controlled substances, and we're hoping that we will match that this year, if not increase that number.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the difference between controlled and non-controlled substances?
Sure. So the main difference is that the FDA defines both as prescription products. So that's the main thing to remember first. The other thing is that a controlled substance has the high abuse and addiction potential. And in the midst of our current opioid crisis, it's vital that patients bring in their controlled substance especially to get them off the street.
Can you speak about the connection of this event to the statistics of poison-related deaths relating to over-the-counter drugs and also prescription drugs?
We do know that North Carolinians are prescribed a lot of medications. And we also know that about 40% of those medications are never used, or that they don't, individuals don't complete the full prescription. So that is a lot of medication lying around with easy access to small children, to teenagers who might be experimenting, or even for other adults who may have substance use disorder. So this event today is a perfect opportunity to properly dispose and reduce access.
Flushing medication in a toilet is a very common way that people think to dispose of medicine. Is that a proper way to dispose of medicine, or could you speak more about that method?
Flushing medications down the toilet is not a good way to dispose medicine. That is why we are fortunate to have our permanent drop box here at the Sunnybrook building, but there are 11 different drop boxes across Wake County. So if one wants to properly dispose their medicine, they could certainly go to our WakeGov website to find those locations. If they just want to properly dispose them at home, they can certainly combine those medications with coffee grinds or cat litter or something that is going to help break down the chemical ingredient of those pills, and then mix it with water. And that would be yet a proper and environmentally sound way to properly dispose.
Are there any restrictions to the type of medication that people can bring to either the permanent drop boxes or to today's event?
The restrictions for our drop box is that we do not accept needles and we do not accept liquids. So in the event that an individual has liquids or needles, there is once again on our website a flyer that describes how to properly dispose sharps in a homemade container, or how to properly dispose their medications as well.
Is there anything else that we should know about today's event or about the permanent drop boxes?
Well, we want to continue to promote the message about proper disposal of unused, expired, or unexpired medications that are not being used, just being lying around. And we want to encourage the use of drop box. As I said before, there are those boxes across the county. Wake County is the first health department across the state to have a permanent drop box receptacle. So we're really excited and very proud to be the first. But there are other boxes across the county as well that individuals would be able to properly dispose both prescription medications as well as over-the-counter medications.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about this event. This is really exciting to hear about both the event and the permanent drop boxes. Thank you for talking with us.
Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen. Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2016 alone, the Happy Trails program received 4,925 trees, which were turned into more than 98 tons of mulch.
A tree is full of life. We cut it down, we use it for 6 weeks, and then we throw it, and what are we gonna do with it? Well, you can either take it to a landfill and bury it, you can throw it in a pond and make it a fish habitat, or you can bring it to us, we'll chip it, and we'll put it down and use it as trail lay, and hopefully those nutrients will grow other trees.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 28th. Big changes are coming to the South Wake Recycling and Trash Drop-Off Facility in Apex. By 2018, the renovated facility will provide residents better access to trash disposal and recycling options in the area. A new layout will also help traffic flow easily through the site. During the transition, please pay attention to all signs at the facility as traffic patterns and drop-off locations will shift several times during construction. For more information, visit wakegov.com/recycling. That's wakegov.com/recycling.
Did you have a chance to check out the state fair this year? Well, I bet you didn't know how much Wake County government did to make sure you and your family were safe while you were there. Here's Jen with the story.
We're here at the North Carolina State Fair on this beautiful fall morning, and I am joined by Laura Lurch with Wake County's Environmental Services. Thank you for joining us here today near the end of the fair. Wake County plays a big role in the North Carolina State Fair. You got a lot of people coming here from around the state, and people typically think, okay, North Carolina State Fair, it's a state-run organization, but really the county plays a large role. Can you talk a little bit about that and what kind of work you guys are doing out here?
Yeah, we play a big role. We're out here. All the food that you come out and eat at the state fair is inspected by either Wake County Environmental Services or the North Carolina Department of Agriculture, Food and Drug. And in total, there's about 300 permits written out here, and 155 of those were from Wake County Environmental Services this year. So we go out, we look at menus, we look at food handling, we look at food source, we check food temperatures. So we're out here from before the fair starts till after the fair's over.
So when people talk about the crazy types of food that are going to be at the fair every year, you guys are the ones that are making sure that that food is all safe and cooked to proper temperature.
Yes, we're out here, we're making sure the food's coming from an approved source, that we've got the right food temperature, that employees are handling the food properly, washing their hands, and that they meet all of our code.
Walk us through the process of what that's like. How far in advance do you guys start working? And for your staff, is it just your individual staff, or is it staff from other parts of the county that are helping you guys out?
We're out here starting the Thursday or Friday before the fair even opens. So we're out here at least a week before the fair opens. And we're out here, there's 41 staff members that are out here from Environmental Services, from the Food and Lodging and Plan Review section, and then there are also staff members, I don't know the exact number, from wastewater that are out here as well. So our staff, Environmental Services, goes out and checks all the food vendors. We actually check that they're in compliance. We issue a permit to them before they can open. And then wastewater is also checking all the water and sewer connections, even on the campground side of the fair, to make sure we don't have any issues with water or wastewater leaking out here. After the fair opens, we have staff out here rotating through. We're constantly out here doing spot checks, compliance checks, and all the food vendors that are out here throughout the fair. We're out here pretty much 24/7. If the fair's open or even closed, we're out here. Same thing with the wastewater side. They're out here doing checks throughout the fair as well. We're trying to ensure that the public has a safe, fun time at the fair, and that eating food out here is the least of their concerns. They're out here to eat food, have fun, and we're here to protect the public health.
Well, on behalf of all the residents of Wake County who will be attending the fair, as well as everybody from across the state and other states that are coming out here, I know we are all very thankful for the hard work that you guys do, so that way we can come out and enjoy the latest craze in fried goodness.
Thanks for having me.
Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen. Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2016 alone, the Happy Trails program received 4,925 trees, which were turned into more than 98 tons of mulch.
A tree is full of life. We cut it down, we use it for 6 weeks, and then we throw it, and what are we gonna do with it? Well, you can either take it to a landfill and bury it, you can throw it in a pond and make it a fish habitat, or you can bring it to us, we'll chip it, and we'll put it down and use it as trail lay, and hopefully those nutrients will grow other trees.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 28th. Big changes are coming to the South Wake Recycling and Trash Drop-Off Facility in Apex. By 2018, the renovated facility will provide residents better access to trash disposal and recycling options in the area. A new layout will also help traffic flow easily through the site. During the transition, please pay attention to all signs at the facility as traffic patterns and drop-off locations will shift several times during construction. For more information, visit wakegov.com/recycling. That's wakegov.com/recycling.
We're here today at the Wake County Sheltering Exercise to learn more about how Wake County prepares for emergency situations. Thanks for being with us, Kristen.
Thank you for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about what's going on here today?
Sure. In the Wake County Emergency Operations Plan, Human Services assigned the task of leading our sheltering efforts. So in event that somebody is displaced from their home or needs to evacuate, we would open shelters and people could come, they could sleep, get meals, that kind of thing.
And what types of services are available at the shelters?
At our shelters, we offer basic medical and behavioral health care in addition to 3 meals a day, snacks 24/7, and also a place to sleep and just really a safe, secure, dry environment to ride out any kind of disaster or natural storm that's happening until people can return to their homes.
And why is it so important to have an event like today to exercise and practice?
We don't want the first time we open a shelter to be during an event. We know the citizens will be stressed, it won't be a comfortable time, and we really want to practice and know what we're doing. So we offer our staff opportunities to come, we have a plan, we test the plan, see how well it's working, and so we go through different parts of sheltering to give our staff the experience in advance of something happening.
If residents are faced with some sort of disaster situation, where can they go to find more information about what shelters might be open near them?
The Wake County website is a great place to go. Also, the social media accounts on Facebook and Twitter, and just local news will report the information as well.
Is there anything that residents need to bring with them if they plan to stay in a shelter?
It's always a good idea to have, if you're on any kind of prescription medication, to bring that with you. If you do have a specific special diet, we can accommodate some of that in the shelter, but anything you might want specific to eat. If you have a child, you might think about bringing formula. If you have a baby or the needs that they have, diapers, that kind of thing, it's always a good idea to bring a change of clothes as well.
So a lot of people have pets. What should they do with their pets in an emergency situation?
Actually, at our shelters, they are welcome to bring their pets with them. We check them. We have a pet section, and if you bring your own housing for your pet, or we do have some crates. So if you bring your dog or your cat, you will check them into the pet section, and you'll take care of them, feed them, water them while they're there, but they are more than welcome to come with you.
Are there any special materials that pet owners would need to bring, like vaccination records, food, anything like that?
Vaccination records are a great idea. Bring your pet's food, any medications your pet may be on as well. You'll of course want to have a leash, and again, if you have a cage or a crate for them, it's a good idea to bring it with you if you can.
Well, thank you for letting us join you today, Kristen. We learned a lot.
Thank you.
Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen. Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2016 alone, the Happy Trails program received 4,925 trees, which were turned into more than 98 tons of mulch.
A tree is full of life. We cut it down, we use it for 6 weeks, and then we throw it, and what are we going to do with it? Well, you can either take it to a landfill and bury it, you can throw it in a pond and make it a fish habitat, or you can bring it to us, we'll chip it, and we'll put it down and use it as trail lay, and hopefully those nutrients will grow other trees.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 28th.
And finally, as the holiday season approaches, we checked in with Wake County's fire services to get some tips on how you can stay safe this holiday season.
The holidays are upon us, and we want everyone here in Wake County to have a happy and a safe holiday season. So we're here today with Braxton Tanner, who's the Deputy Fire Marshal with Wake County Fire Services, to talk about how you can stay fire safe this holiday season. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Karen.
Okay, so first of all, we're at that point where people are starting to set up their Christmas trees and hang the holiday lights and put up other decorations. From a fire safety perspective, what should we be thinking about?
First of all, let's talk about extension cords or electrical cords. The first thing one would want to do is inspect those cords before they use them. Make sure they're not damaged or frayed, have any exposed conductors. When you start talking about decorations, live trees, keep them fresh, keep them watered. If they start drying out, take them out of the home. Keep them far away from any ignition source, candles, space heaters, fireplaces, stuff like that.
I also know that cooking is a huge part of the holiday season for a lot of families, and a lot of home fires start in the kitchen. So what should we know about being fire safe as we're cooking this holiday season?
First of all, the most important thing on cooking is never leave cooking unattended. Turkey fryers seem to be a big thing these days in holiday season. Don't try to fry a wet or frozen turkey. Make sure the oil is the correct depth in the pot so it don't overflow. That will cause a fire. Keep that cooking operation away from the home, off of wooden decks.
So Braxton, you've given us some really good fire safety tips for the holidays, but accidents can still happen. So how important is it that you and your family are prepared in the case that there is a fire?
Number one thing will be smoke alarms. Make sure there's smoke alarms in the home that operate properly. Here to beat where you sleep. Have them in the sleeping area. Keep them tested monthly. Fire extinguishers are great. Make sure you have a properly charged fire extinguisher and know how to use it.
And in the case that there is a fire, how important is it that you have a plan for where to go and what to do?
Great question, Carrie. It is very important to have a plan. A plan how to get out of the home and a meeting place on the property so everybody can be accountable.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, and we hope that everyone has a safe and happy holiday.
You too, Carrie.
That's all for this episode of Wake TV. Keep up with all the latest Wake County news by visiting us online at wakegov.com/news. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube so you can always stay in the loop. We'll see you next time.